It is difficult to go the distance on half the legs, but if pirates are known for anything, it's seeing their quest through to the bitter end. They say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, which is fortunate, since the peg-legged pirate will be making a journey of over 2,000 miles on a single leg. Last January, our peg-legged friend vowed to bike 2,024 miles in 2024. But did she make it? Before embarking, our pirate conducts preliminary experiments to see if this ambitious quest is even possible. Our pirate tests the waters, so to speak, and quickly learns that peg legs are not conducive to pedaling. She also learns that biking in public, whilst dressed as a pirate, is socially awkward and results in an uncomfortable amount of staring. Accordingly, our pirate lays aside her peg leg and pirate hat and goes incognito as a common amputee for the remaining 2,020 miles. So getting an early start is essential, and
I wrenched my arm.
oh dear, the pirate's resolution appears to have gotten off on the wrong foot. No sooner has she vowed her unbreakable biking vow than she goes and injures herself. The ship's physician instructs her not to bike, lest she worsen her injury. Since she's running short on limbs, our pirate has little choice but to wait. The seasons pass by the time our pirate gets back on the road again.
Howdy, howdy, let's go biking.
Summer is nigh upon her, and the heat is on, quite literally.
500-mile mark.
Her injury has cost her dearly, and the miles per week required to accomplish her goal have consequently skyrocketed.
You know how I decided to bike 24 miles in 2024? I'm pleased to announce that we're 30% there, and there's a bee on my neck. Hang on.
Thankfully, our pirate appears to be getting the hang of things. She's found her stride, but will it be enough? She contends not only with a lack of limbs, but with gravity. Mountainous hills stand between her and her destination. Sometimes she must traverse these treacherous slopes whilst hauling precious cargo, such as the cabin boy.
Hi.
Gravity is most decidedly not in her favor.
It's so steep.
So like any true rogue of a pirate, she cheats. But only a little. Her bike is equipped with a motor. When faced with a particularly steep slope, she turns on the pedal assist. Or if her leg is non-functional, she can always throttle her way home. Since her overarching goal is to get buff, she avoids using the e-motor except when necessary. But it is nonetheless reassuring to know that it's there in case her leg falls off in transit. A common biking problem, I'm sure.
How many miles do you think we're at? Ha!
This second-hand vessel purchased off the classifieds takes on a new life. Pirate and ship become one, going where no pirate has gone before. Sometimes she sails to exotic locations, such as preschool or the doctor's office. Other times she resupplies at the grocery store. Hauling groceries and other cargo is admittedly cumbersome when her tugboat isn't in tow, but our pirate doesn't mind. She's intoxicated with the thrill of the open air. Since the loss of her leg, she has never felt so fast or so free. Having proclaimed what she once loved pre-peg, she vows never to lose it again. Together, she and her vessel face the terrors of the seven seas, which primarily consist of squirrels and careless drivers. Even when facing shipwreck, our pirate refuses to abandon her ship, vowing that they shall never be parted. Summer passes, as do the miles. Over 1,300 of them, when, out of the blue, the odometer stops working. Surely this sudden malfunction doesn't portend ill fortune. Our pirate fails to see the foreshadowing for what it is, a dire warning of danger to come. Any injury to the pirate's faithful ship is like a dagger through her own heart. Troubled, our pirate keeps pedaling, trying to mentally calculate how many miles she's gone since her navigational equipment went offline. For the next few days, she sails on, little guessing that there are stormy seas ahead. Approximately 100 miles later, her beloved vessel takes the E out of e-bike. But why? Our pirate checks all the wires, the charge, the battery, everything she can think of. Finally, the console flicks back on, only to die. This can't be happening. Her faithful ship simply can't sink. The mere prospect sends pangs of fear through her piratey heart. She nurses her damaged vessel to the nearest harbor. Things have gone from bad to worse. Is this the end of both her ship and her quest?
My bike's having a bad day.
How can she go the distance without her faithful vessel? Enter the boat bike. Yes, you heard that correctly. While a deckhand, aka her husband, works to resurrect the shipwrecked vessel, a pirate commandeers a vintage vessel called a row cycle. This unique contraption is rowed rather than pedaled. The seat is on a rod, which is connected to the front tire. By leaning, a pirate is able to steer with surprising agility. It feels more like a boat than a bike. Hence, she rechristens her vessel the boat bike. But does rowing a bike even count in a biking challenge, or must the miles be pedaled in order to count? Leave it to a pirate to complicate something as straightforward as biking. Leave your vote in the comments whether rowing a bike counts or not. The downside is that the boat bike has no gears and is rather heavy. On level ground, it's an invigorating workout. Hills, however, are a different story. Since our pirate is primarily a commuter, her ability to rack up miles is severely hampered. She continues to eke out miles on the boat bike, but her range is far more limited than on her regular bike. Her quest will grow increasingly endangered unless she's able to quickly save her blue bike. A handful of doubloons purchases replacement parts. The deckhand sets to work resurrecting the shipwrecked vessel. Things are coming together, literally. While he's at it, the landlubber adds on to the whole, dramatically increasing cargo capacity. Our pirate makes her triumphant return to the high seas. Between the slow start earlier this year and the recent near sinking of her ship, she must pedal far and fast if she is to make up for lost time. An estimated 600 miles stand between her and her goal, and the clock is ticking. Time for the rubber to meet the road. Mustering her unilegged strength, our pirate pedals like never before. She adopts a hybrid approach, using both the row cycle and the bike, in hopes that her arms will get buff in addition to her legs. She'll need that upper body strength for her swashbuckling endeavors. As summer ends and temperatures drop, her spirits remain high. So long as the roads are free of ice and snow, she will keep pedaling even when the temperatures fall below freezing. More layers of clothing are added to prevent her from turning into an icicle on wheels. The end of the year and the end of the road draws ever nearer.
Happy New Year!
So did she make it? The precise mileage may never be known, since we can only estimate how many miles our pirate sojourned during the few days she was without an odometer. But adding up the miles she was able to track, it is clear that our pirate not only met, but surpassed her goal, going 2,250 miles on the bike and another 430 on the row cycle, for a total of 2,680 miles. Another 120 miles, and it would have been the equivalent of biking across the United States. Which just goes to show that seemingly daunting tasks can be accomplished if you just keep putting one foot in front of the other, figuratively. Thank you for joining me on Stefanina's Amputee Adventures. More piratey adventures are but a click away.